But we need to pay attention, we need to listen to each other in what Sandra is saying. We cannot just dismiss it because she's so categorical against security. Let me finish, you'll have a chance to talk. Give me a chance. I think we need to think of security comprehensively. Not just about military security or no military security. The moment you take an either-or attitude, we lost. And then we confirm what Eleonora Cherkowski just said. If we say, forget it, don't spend $1 billion now in Eastern Europe, spend it on education. I believe that is not the way to go. I believe we need to think comprehensively of security. That includes military security, but not only military security. It must include economic security. It must include educational security. It must include spiritual security. It must include the respect and security of human rights. All those securities need to be considered and not make a compromise and say either this or that. Now, there is a very interesting initiative now in Chile, and I'm referring to Chile because Chile is one of the countries that was as poor as Romania years ago. I mean, Romania is not poor. Romania, in fact, is a very rich country, but poor economically in terms of performance. Chile, like Romania, has tremendous resources, human and natural resources, including gold, copper, etc. They were just as poor as Romania was at the beginning of the 20th century. They are the most prosperous country now in Latin America. How did they do that? Education was key, and still is. But they're not stopping there. They have a good military. They invested in military security as well, because frequently there were skirmishes between the countries in Latin America. So they not say we're going to do this or not do that. No, they did both. But they now that the population, having gone through communist dictatorship there, fascist dictatorship, socialist dictatorships, etc., they now have reached a kind of a, having been through all of that, now in the beginning of the 21st century, they have again a woman physician as president, Michelle Bachelet. Michelle Bachelet is not disbanding the army or stopping to spend on security. No, she's maintaining that level, maybe diminishing it a bit, but she's making a renewed investment in education. And is deriving that investment in education from the economic wealth. So a significant piece of the economic wealth is allocated to education. And that's a pretty sizable sum. $8.2 billion. And Chile is a small country. That's a huge sum of money for a little country. But keep in mind, that kind of rethinking of Romania for the 21st century is worth discussing this year in Romania. It's a presidential year. I don't see any debates. I don't see any visionary debates. Where is Romania going in the 21st century? You ought to ask. Don't wait for them to tell you. You know, use the power of the media, both the established media and the informal media and the internet. Begin asking the question, where do we want, what is your vision for Romania in the 21st century? For those who are going to be candidates for the presidency of Romania. Start that dialogue. It's not too early. I know campaigns in Romania start in September and they end in November. But start this dialogue this summer. Start it. Both young people, old people, and so forth. I want to add one more thing about education, and I said across the life cycle. Given the fact that Romania is now part of the European Union, you also are electing representatives in the European Parliament. Do you know what they're doing there? Do you know how they represent you? I don't think you do. You must demand that they give periodic reports of their performance. What are their priorities in the European Parliament? How is Romania represented? What are the alliances that Romania is creating by these European parliamentarians? Now, in that respect, I would say that the piece of education that Romania needs to undertake is for the middle-aged and older population. I think we ought to, perhaps Babeș-Bolyai again, since we are at Babeș-Bolyai, start a pilot project, English education for older Romanians. I would like to see all Romanians be literate in the English language, to understand what is going on in the European Parliament, to be able to measure their parliamentarians' performance, and then to challenge them to rise to the occasion to best represent you. Thank you very much.